So this series of classes, this eight series of eight, is based. Well, it's based on traditional practice. The first Qigong ones and some of the Neigong are based on Trisha Yu's system that she learned and developed um, over a period of decades, and she just really simply just called this rooting, centering, and opening. And those are sort of three phases of Qigong practice. So the last class was focused more on rooting. And so rooting is fully inhabiting the body, being completely aware of the senses, and being aware of the connection to the earth. So being grounded, being rooted. The image is a mountain. Uh, the second one is focused on centering. And in the Taoist teachings, there are centers of, well, Dantian, centers of energy, I guess, centers of focus in the body for various reasons, for medical reasons, for health reasons, for spiritual reasons, for martial arts reasons. And the two we're going to focus mostly on, and that Trisha focused mostly on, are the lower dantian, which is if you place your thumb on your navel, the palm of your hand will be very close to that. It's not a point, but it's kind of an area in the middle of the body that's very basic and fundamental, particularly for martial arts and for all the healing practices. And this is said to be the storehouse of our vital energy, and particularly our chi of the earth and our ancestral chi is in the belly. Uh, and this is where the term belly breathing comes from. So if we're breathing in a very relaxed way, the belly will be moving freely. And then the second center is in the chest, in the middle of the body, behind the sternum. And so this involves the heart, the organ of the heart, and the lungs. Um, and this is the center of centering. So the lower one is the center of rooting. It's about the earth. It's about our ancestry. It's about materiality. The middle dantian is more relational. So it has to do with emotions and with connection, particularly with the lungs. So the lungs are actively interchanging the inner world, the world inside the body, with the outer world constantly. So there's this constant exchange going on. And the middle dantian is often called the heart center. And so this position of one hand on the lower dantian and the other on the middle dantian is the position that the Taoists call the sleep position. So when you lay down at night to go to sleep, it's recommended that you place your hands here, which is kind of like a body hug, in a way, certainly. And the lower hand connects us deeply to our physicality, and the middle hand connects us to our interconnectedness to other beings, to our circle of loved ones and beyond. And so by placing the hands here, this is a very reassuring and comfortable kind of position. And it's easy to remember. And in this position, you can feel your breath. You're very much in touch with the coming and going of your breath in your body. So And then the third one, the next class will be opening. And a good model for all of these is a tree. So the tree has roots, and then the tree has the trunk, which is the body, and then the tree has the branches and the leaves connecting to the light and to the air and so on. So we're in the middle. Okay. So good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and just loosen up a little bit and just allow the weight of your head to gently stretch out the muscles in your neck and upper shoulders. And notice what happens with your breath when you do this. And then just naturally move down and begin to roll your shoulders together or opposite each other. And just loosening the shoulders. We tend to carry a lot of tension in our neck and in our shoulders. And if we're not mindful, we walk around with our shoulders kind of lifted a little bit. And so this will help them to just drop and relax. And typically, when we do a movement one direction, then we balance it with the other. So if we roll our shoulders forward a number of times, then we want to roll them equal number backwards. Not that you have to count, but just to keep things in balance. Okay, very good. And so this holds true for many of the movements that we do. If you want to have more of a muscular workout, uh, then sit down when we're doing sort of just sit on a stool when we're doing this. Keep your back straight. And if that's not up for you, then just you can just do this in an upright way. But for the next one, it's good to open your stance a little. Okay, and when you remember from the last class, when we're pointing, our attention is being directed to the where we're pointing. So we're bringing our attention into our middle dantian. And that just means we're feeling the movement of the breath and perhaps feeling the movement of the heart. Okay, good. Okay. So this is one of the practices of whole body breathing. So in breath, look up, out breath. And then repeat at your own pace. And our attention, if we notice the fingertips, our attention moves from inside the body with the middle dantian to out all around the body. And so this is our kind of our field. Everybody has a sense of their space, their physical space. So this is our physical space that we inhabit. Centering is very much about being aware of boundaries, creating boundaries, and being flexible so that the boundary can be um, intimate and close, or the boundary can be expansive. But whatever it is, it's intentional. So in many of these spiritual traditions of the East, um, one of the wisdom pieces is that there is actually no separate self. And the practice and teaching of non-self or interbeing. And what Ram Dass says about this and other teachers, he says, you have to be somebody before you can be nobody. And I love that. And so this centering is its boundaries, it's it's being somebody. It's being in this body, in this space, in this moment, being fully present and aware of boundaries. Now, this practice is about enlarging our sense of the body. So we have a sense of the body ending at the skin, and we're enlarging that sense to the area also around the body. This is very fundamental for martial arts, to be very aware of the space around the body. So, and in reality, the boundary between the inside the body and outside the body is very porous and constantly changing. And that's the big reality. Very good. Let's do a couple more. Very good. And now, however you were breathing, we'll do a few more and reverse the breathing. So when the arms go out, this is an out breath. When they come and point, that's an in breath. Okay, very good. So you see, you can do this either way. And this is all about being very mindful of your center and also being aware of that which is around the center. Okay, good. All right. And then lower dantian breathing, and I encourage you to place your hands a little in front of the body. Um, so energetically, if we're placing the hands on the body, we're very aware of the presence of the physical self, and that's fine. You can feel the warmth and so on. If we place our hands a little in front, we're sensing more the subtle energy in the body, the heat that's escaping from the body, the movement of the body. And so it's as if our hands are resting on a balloon. And when the belly, when the in-breath, the belly expands in all directions, and let the hands just move away just a little bit. Can you get a sense of the sensations in the hands, in the palms, fingers? So all the felt senses are some version of tingling. And we can label those. Sometimes it's hot or cold or rough or smooth, but it's all some form of tingling. And so that tingling is a sign of just the presence of life force energy in the body. Warmth and tingling are the signs, two of the signs of what the ancients called chi, life force energy. So just knowing that, then we can become aware of that because the whole body is actually tingling all the time. The whole body, outside and in, because it's alive. Okay, very good. All right, let's go ahead now, and you can place your hands on your body if you need to, and just rock the pelvis. If you have a little bit of pain in the lower back, that's okay. If it's just a little bit, you just want to keep this loose so that your hips stay flexible. And maybe you don't need to use your hands, but okay. And then the next one is to circle the hips in both directions. When I first started with Trisha, it took me a number of classes before I could begin to feel this because we don't really move like this too often. But once you can feel it, you don't forget it. So you can do it. Okay, good. All right. And now for the balancing, and this just shift your weight, sink down, and then when you're ready, lift that unweighted foot. You don't have to do this often. If you just do this once a week, a few times, it will go a long way to maintaining your balance. I'm getting quite old in years, but my balance is as good as it's ever been. Okay, very good. Now let's do the backwash and then tree and spring. So we just want to so remember and visualize this alignment, vertical alignment, and bringing the attention to the crown of the head. Then just let the chin hold in, and then move your mind down the spine, feeling each vertebrae open as you go down. And bend your knees, bend your waist. You can touch the floor if you want to. And just hang just for a few breaths, just allowing the spine to be open. Okay, let's go back up. Now your mind is coming up your spine. And just as you're lifting your chin, now we're going to point and we're directing our attention inside the body to the inside of the spine, going up, 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 out the top, look up. Okay, and at this point, we're extending our attention way, way, way up, as high as you can, aligning the body with the stars and with the earth. Okay, and then when you're ready with an out breath, just open the hands. So we go from pointing up and extending to pointing down and extending our attention down. Okay. And again, next one, this is tree and spring. So the nutrients of the earth rise up through the body. We're lighting up the inside of the body, the brain, then out the top of the head, and then way, way, way up. And now spread the fingers. So this is now inhabiting a larger space. Good, good, good. Okay, and sit down and point down and extend down. And then when you're ready with the next in-breath, point. So we're actually lighting up the inside of the body. Okay. And let's just stop here at Standing Mountain. And so the essence of the centering is that the body, I should say the body mind, is the bridge between what the ancients called heaven and earth. So the body mind is composed of yin and yang. Yin is materiality, and yang is consciousness or boundlessness or spaciousness. And so we're centered when these elements, when we're aware of them and when they're imbalanced. Okay. So just take a moment and just be aware of the body, feel the body, bottoms of the feet, anywhere else. Okay. So that's the yin. And then be aware of the space around the body, extending way out, way up. And that's the yang. And then the breath is the intermediary. So being aware of the breath, the movement within the stillness of the body. Okay. Okay, very good. So, and this is Standing Mountain. So we're rooted, and now we're also centered. We're centered between heaven and earth, and we're rooted. Okay, good. Okay, next one, cloud hands. And the palms are, it's as if there's a string connecting the palms of the hands, and it's directly aligned with the vertical axis of the body. And the hands are opposite the dantians. So this is activating internally as well as between the hands. Okay. So whatever hand's on top, turn in that direction. Then switch the hands and now turn in the other direction. switch, turn. And then just let this be a dance. This is wave hands through clouds and just move with the breath. So this is balancing left and right, upper and lower, inside and outside. So this is activating the dantians inside the body as well as the hands outside. And if you like, depending how you're feeling, this can get quite exuberant. If you'd like, if you want it to be, it's fine. It can be very expressive, or it can be very intimate and just be close to the body. So, and this is balancing the middle and lower, balancing left and right. This is centering. You can try this at different speeds. You can do this very slowly, or you can do it faster. And notice the hands are always at the center line. They're not going to the side of the body. They're always in the middle. Okay, very good. Okay, and then reduce the movement. So this is balancing and aligning in the body and close to the body. Okay, the flip side of this is literally is to flip the hands over. And so the upper hand, the palm is facing the universe. The lower hand, it's the earth. So this is the same movement. But now instead of just balancing this body system, we're balancing the area around the body. It's just a physical recognition that however we are, however we think and talk and act, affects those around us. And then those around us affect how we think and talk and act. Good. So this is very nice to do outdoors. It's very much about interfacing with the environment. Good. Very good. And then just slowly come to a stop when you're ready. And then turn the palms to face and just see how that affects your attention. So this is bringing our attention into the body, into these two centers. And there's an interplay between the palms and the body. Okay. Now just turn the palms toward each other and see how that is, if that's a little different. This is sort of connecting the palms and internally connecting the lower and the middle. It might feel different. Okay. And now flip the hands so they're facing up and down and see how that feels. So the corresponding sense within the body is connecting heaven and earth, this vertical axis. Okay, very good. And then turning toward the body again. Just relax. Let the attention will naturally go to the hands and to the torso, the um, with the breath. And then with an out breath, intentionally extend the attention out around the body. So the in breath, our attention comes into the body, into the hands. Out breath, it extends out around in all directions. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Let's go back to our standing number one position. So see if there's a sense of the verticality, of course, but also that there's this sort of oval that it's like you're holding a disc. Okay, very good. Okay, now let's go into standing posture number 3. And so with it in breath, let the hands come up. Okay, so now they're opposite the heart. The fingers are all pointing to their mates. So this is embracing the moon. This is the full moon and then the crescent moon. This is a very good meditation posture. And if you'd like this to be more muscular, then you can sit down. And my teacher Ken Cohen says to do these postures for 5 minutes each, just as a meditation. If you have a sitting meditation practice, You might want to try doing some standing first and then do the sitting and see what happens. Okay, so there's a sense here of the connection with the palms and the heart. This is a very centering posture. We're rooted in our uprightness, and we're aware of our middle dantian, our heart. It's a strong sense of presence of self. Okay. Okay, very good. And now let's come back to the heart, embracing the heart. The same as embracing the belly, and just notice with the breath. So the hands move very slightly away. Okay, good. And now touching heaven, touching earth. So one hand will go down, the other will go up, palms facing, and stretch. So we're extending the attention down, we're pointing down, extending down into the earth and extending up into the cosmos. And then with an out breath when you're ready. So we're going to bring those into the center. So now the center is the materiality of the earth and the boundlessness of the stars in the body. And then out. Extend, extend, extend all around. Very good. And now bring that back in. And now the other hand goes up. And with the breath, good. So there's a strong sense of the self, the body and the presence of this mind. And there's a sense of the extended self that's constantly interplaying with the environment. Because that's the self too. If you extend up enough, up and out all around, it can actually come all the way around and down into the earth and connect with the roots. If you extend the roots down enough, they can come out and connect all around up with the universe. So there's no separation. And then in the left and right, so we're extending out. If we had more arms, they would go front and back, up and down, all directions. Okay, good. Good. Let's just do one more. And then just lower one hand and turn the palms. That's it. Good. Hey, very good. Let's go ahead and take our seat now. Um, you can place your palms in any mudra that you like, cosmic mudra, or you can, the yin and yang mudra is just simply this. Or you can place your hands on your knees, or you can touch the two fingers with the thumb. Whatever you like. Okay, so sensing into the sitting body, the weight of it and the stillness of it. And noticing the movement within the stillness, the movement of the breath. As we breathe air in and out of the nose, let's feel and imagine breathing at the same time, breathing in light into the lower dantian from the front and from the back, filling it up, breathing it back out, the front and the back. In breath, it gets very bright. Out breath, gets diffuse, relaxed. Please remember to focus on behind you as well as in front of you. Okay, very good. And now from all directions into the belly, and then all directions from the belly. Very good. And now moving up to the middle dantian, same thing. So breathe in from the front and the back, filling up the chest. Very good. Then when you're ready, breathe in from all directions. Okay. And now the chest and the belly at the same time. So breathing in to the whole torso. Feeling the lungs, Feeling the beating heart. Feeling the warmth of the body. And just loving this body. Feeling grateful for this body that does amazing, complicated things all the time. It may not be perfect, but it's our body. And just smiling to the body. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. You've been my friend for a very long time. And just notice how that feels to do that. The body is none other than the earth. It's none other than the universe. Earth is made up of elements from the universe. Consciousness that knows the body is very, very big and very, very old. Centering is balancing the physical body and the knowing of it. Feeling connected through the breath to all that is. Finally, feeling and imagining the body in a vast space, a space that is conscious. And allow yourself to smile just a little bit. Very good. Let's take a few more breaths. When you're ready to come out of the meditation, just wiggle your toes a little, move your fingers a little bit. Just gently come fully back. So I would say one of the main elements of centering is balancing body, breath, and mind. And sometimes if we're at the end of the day and we're very, very busy, we've been doing a lot of things, there's a lot going on in the mind. We're not too aware of our body, our breath. And so we just come in and sink down and bring awareness to the body. Then the mind calms down a bit. And then the breath, which is impermanent and constantly moving. And then our awareness becomes of that and of the body, and then all three become balanced. And when all three are balanced, this bigger awareness emerges. Well, it's always there, but it becomes clear because body, breath, and mind are in balance. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and remove our glasses. And we'll clap our hands one time. Ready? 1, 2. And just love your face. Just massage your face. We hold a lot of tension in all those little muscles in our face. Just giving the physical bodies a little bit of attention once in a while goes a long way. We mostly sort of just use it. So, if we have a friend and we just use them all the time, then they get grouchy. But if we appreciate them, then we have a good relationship. And then tapping the kidneys. And massage the kidneys. Okay. So thank you, Doug, so much for making this class possible and for doing the recording. And thank you all on Zoom for showing up, and everyone will be able to access the video of this class in a few days when it's uploaded. As far as practice, I used to be a little school marmish about it and sort of tell people to, if you have a practice, just integrate this into it in some way. And if you really don't have a regular practice, just pause once in a while and take a couple breaths, or roll your shoulders, or put your hands on your body when you're going to sleep. It's all good, right? The benefits are both immediate and long-term and subtle. So any questions or comments? Okay, so the next one will be, so we did rooting, centering. The next one will be opening. And that'll complete the first three Qigong. And then we'll move to internal practices. Okay. So enjoy the spring. My hyacinths are blooming. They're crazy. It's great. And we saw some pelicans go by. So it's all happening. And enjoy. Thank you.